Om Ajnanaatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swame Nite Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So today's session is based on the science of Bhagavad Gita. When I say science, of course, you'd love the word science. So yes, as I promised, this session will be a scientific presentation of our life. So these all principles and philosophy is based on the principles of Bhagavad Gita. And we are dedicating this session to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is founder Acharya of ISKCON and who is all the guide of all the devotees here. Okay. Before we start, let me know how many of you are attending this Gita course first time, fresh? Okay. Rest of you already have attended before some kind of course like this?
Yes, sir. Before I attended here first time.
Here first time. Okay. पहले भी मतलब your name is
Rakesh.
Oja. Okay, good.
So actually just before 3 months ago, I just relocated from Pune.
Okay.
I was associated with the NVCC temple.
Nice. There used to have programs called SOS, Secret of Success kind of thing? No, something. Device. They used to call it device. Correct. Good. Nice. So this is almost like that kind of thing, but this will be revision for you. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So good. So welcome all of you for this session on the Bhagavad Gita, and whoever already attended, this will be a again refreshing session for all of you. Okay. So while devising this session, of course, as I said, this is roughly based on the concepts taken from the device and all. But when I was making the PPT and I was looking for this, so I was thinking, what can be the first topic that can be taken for the people today from Bangalore. बैंगलोर के लोगों के लिए क्या टॉपिक लिया जाएंगे? There are so many topics from Bhagavad Gita, so many concepts from Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita consists of different concepts which we can implement in our life. And many times these concepts I feel, personally when I read Bhagavad Gita, so I feel it, it's startling and it gives me a goosebump. Yeah, this is another view, another way to see towards our own life. I didn't thought about it before. So there are so many different beautiful concepts Bhagavad Gita teaches us. And this, and when I was devising this course, I was thinking, yeah, first topic should be something which is most relevant and most important for us. You know? So what is the most important thing in our life? Why? What we are running behind in our life? Can you guess?
Happiness.
Happiness, money, friend, relationships, you know, and name, fame, and what? Satisfaction. Yes, good. You know? So we are talking about all these things, and in spite of all these things, what is that which we are missing? We are running behind all these things. We will many times we achieve also peace of mind. That also we are missing it. But why we are missing this peace of mind? Peace of mind is a state that we are. But why we are losing that? Huh? Yeah, stress is there. You know? Good. So we'll talk about it in today's session. So of course there are so many different topics. Today's topic will not be so kind of heavy, but yes, of course, after sometimes further sessions will be little tough. Well, tough means it will be more serious and grave. Today will we have a light conversation. That's the first day, right? Okay. So what is that? What is we are missing? You know, I was doing Hare Krishna. I was doing book distribution in Manita Tech Park and the Bagmani Tech Park. You know, so this is the place. Kagdaspura is the place of IT giants, and there are so many people who are well settled in IT companies, and they are into big positions. And sometimes somebody is a CEO, CFO, and I found one guy from IIT, and he was in a at good position into a company, and we were just doing book distribution, and he just came by, walking by. His girlfriend was there, and of course girlfriend. He was not married. So he was telling Prabhuji, we were doing book distribution. He just came by personally. He only came and asked Prabhuji. He understood that I am in a saffron dress, and he was thinking he's a spiritual kind of person. He was asking one question to me. Prabhuji, this is I have me. I have achieved everything in my life. I wanted to take admission in IIT. I got into IIT. After passing from the IIT, I got into a best company in the world. I got there. And the best company also, I wanted to have the best position. I got the best position. I got a best package. Everything I got the best. I got a good girlfriend also. Everything. But in spite of that, I am not feeling that I have achieved. That feeling of achievement, a feeling of satisfaction is not there. I feel it's something missing, something lost, something not fulfilling. Why it is that? I am working hard for money and everything what somebody can desire, I have. But still, I am missing. What is that missing link in our life? Something is missing, that feeling of something missing, it is there. So that guy, of course, I tried to explain, but I said, okay, you can join our class. The first class will be on this question: what is that missing? So we have, we face so many calamities, so many different difficulties. Same way everybody faces. Not just we humans. In my college, we had one subject called industrial management and all these things. They were management principles, some kind of basics they were teaching us. Engineering, right? In the engineering, some management subject was there. Their teacher, one day, he spoke one very startling statement. He was telling, human is an intelligent animal. As soon as he said, the whole class was in uproar. अरे ऐसा कैसे बोल सकते हो आप? Human is an animal. Do you think human is an animal? Animal है क्या human? नहीं? Yes? Many नहीं? No, yes, no, yes. Okay, yes. Okay. So if you are thinking you are an animal, of course, you are not animal. Are you thinking you are an animal? You are animal. Okay. So animals that we see outside, other than humans, you can tell me what are the similarities. If you say yes, what are the similarities between humans and animals? What is similarity? Basic. What are the basic needs? Yeah, eating, sleeping. Yeah, we also eat. They also eat. Takes care of family. Yes, they are taking care of family. Yeah, and
Defending.
defending this. They protect themselves. They have claws and all these things. Reproduction they do, yeah. Mating, yeah. That's what same. Anything else which is common in humans and similarity? Why we called as humans as an animals then? As a question. Both sides struggle to survive. Survival for the fittest is there for them also, for us also. And IIT company में cut such a competition. Once you lose, GI is what is that? AI is ready to take your jobs until unless you adapt for it. Just so nice, difficult. Everybody is ready to exploit you. Cut the throat. Everybody is exploiting each other. Whom we are feared for? Whom we are feared from? किससे डर लगता है हमें? हमारे से stronger का? Somebody who is stronger than us, we are scared of them. Yeah. So there are some similarities between humans and animals. Okay. So what Mahabharata says about this? Mahabharata says this one thing. Ahara nidra bhayamaetunam cha. Can you recite this? Yeah. Visible? Ahara nidra bhayamaetunam cha. Samanyametat pashubhi naranam. धर्मो हितेषाम अधिको विशेषा धर्मेण हीना पशुभिः समाना. अंडरस्टैंड संस्कृत? थोड़ा थोड़ा अंडरस्टैंड, समझ रहा है ना क्या हो रहा है? आई विल नॉट एक्सप्लेन आंसर ऑफ दिस राइट नाउ, ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ दिस विल अंडरस्टैंड slowly. ठीक है, we understood what are the similarity between humans and animals. Okay, somebody says sleep. Yeah, we need sleep. Animals also need sleep. Eating, we eat, they eat. See, it is very very similar to humans and animals. The satisfaction that you get while sleeping, same kind of satisfaction that dog on the street or the pig in the gutter, they are getting it. So whether you are sleeping on the mattress of Kurlon or maybe something kind of, or that dog is sleeping on the street, they both have similar kind of feelings, and they don't, the same kind of satisfaction they both have. Eating, we may eat something delicious, sumptuous, and chappan bhog, raj bhog, and this person will be eating something, but belly he's also feeling the belly, and he's getting that satisfaction of satisfying the hunger. The enjoyment, the Maithunam, he's also getting it. Humans also are behind it. And Bhayam, defending. We have a defense mechanism of ourselves. We have so many things for defending ourselves. We have nuclear bombs, we have guns, we have all these things. Not just defending from others, we defend from the calamities also. We have so many different mechanisms, like the dams, we save water and all these things we do. From the natural calamities also we save ourselves. We have defense mechanism from the problems of the life. Now we have a bank balance, savings. We do. That's also a defense mechanism that we have. Insurance. This is also a defense mechanism. अरे आगे जाके कुछ problem हो जाएगा तो at least something is there for me. Insurance. These all are our defense mechanism. These are all things. We can easily memorize that. Sleep, eat, enjoy, and defend. So dogs, they are saying, you can see this. He's also having sound sleep there. He's eating delicious food, and this is eating delicious grass. Enjoyment, they also have a family life, animals. We have a defense mechanism. Like we bark each other. And this way are also. Prabhupada many times mentions yes, we have a defense mechanism. Dogs, they have their defense mechanism. Like, Meri gali mein tu why you come into my lane? They bark is there. We also have excise, we have also customs. Suddenly somebody comes without passport, we put it in the jail. So all these things we do. And we have border security. Like dogs, they protect their territory. We also protect our territory. We are not neither. Having a sophisticated weapon doesn't make us better than animal. So then question comes, what is that which makes us human? Humans are distinct from animals, right? Somewhat, है ना? Huh?
Thinking.
Okay, intelligence, thinking. Okay, do you think animals don't think?
They have emotions. But
Huh?
They
Animals have emotions, isn't
they
it?
have think, right?
Wild animals don't have emotions? No, being wild is also an emotion, right? Huh? So we sometimes become, array, he's becoming so wild. Huh? It's emotion only. Somebody becomes angry, they have aggressive nature. Huh? Huh? So, what is that which makes us different? Intelligence, you are saying, and the skills, you can say, is this, this is a photo of the that beautiful nest, made by
Weaver bird, tailor.
weaver bird, tailor bird. How many hands he has? टेलर बर्ड को कितना हैंड्स होता है?
Legs.
ओनली लेग्स होता है.
Yeah.
एंड लेग्स पे तो खड़ा रहेगा, विल स्टैंड. एंड व्हाट विल यूज? ओनली बीक.
Beak.
With just a simple beak that he has, he is weaving such a beautiful nest. हमारे 2 हाथ, 5 fingers, we have all these things, still we cannot do, है ना? But this is so beautiful. It has skills. Doesn't it take intelligence for this, making such kind of beautiful nest? है ना? They have intelligence. This cat. Have you caught cat drinking milk in your home? Before you come, she runs away. And she knows when you are in a home, when you are sleeping. When you are sleeping, that time only she will come and drink the milk. Doesn't she has intelligence? She has. So then, if you think that intelligence is the one which makes you better, cat has better intelligence. Physical capacities, weaver bird has better capacities. Even even our body and senses are not so what is that, effective that like animals. Dogs can hear better than us. Dolphins can hear better than us. You're talking about family life and community and social. Some people say because human is a civilized person, he is better than animal. Do you think because human is civilized, he is better than animals? How many of you think? Because we have got community system, we have families, we have different departments in the society and all these things. Because of that, we are special than animals. Yes or no? You're scared to say anything. See, you say, huh?
Depends on the animal.
Huh. See, if you say talk about the community system and all these things, that's the division of the work and all. Animals also have that. If you see the honeybees, they have a division of work. One will be the queen bee, one will be the defensive attack bee, defense bee, worker bees. Look at the ants; they have all structure made of there. And an ant hill, if you open up, there will be some ants which will be attacking, some will be defending, and some will be carrying. And one queen bee will be there. Some special servant will be there only for the queen bee. All community is there, and they have intelligently made their what is that called? What do you call ant hill, right? So it's so beautifully made that even the heavy torrential rain comes, it will not get flooded. हमारा घर हो जाता है पानी पानी, है ना? Bangalore will get flooded, and we cannot say we are not better than ants also, right? Our life becomes standstill. Suddenly rain comes, whole Bangalore becomes standstill. But ants, they are so intelligent. They have worked out so nicely. They prepared. They are better prepared for rains than Bangaloreans. Ants. So how we are special? Question again remains. Nobody answered my question. Why humans are special than animals? Dharma? Okay. What is dharma then? Then question comes again. Okay. Dharma is the one. Okay. Dharma, what did they have to define dharma also then in simple words?
Self-realization of God.
Okay. Spirituality. Okay. Talk about materially.
By applying intelligence, they can take decisions.
Huh? Yep. Thank you. By applying intelligence, they can take.
Decisions what is right, what is wrong.
Okay. Cat takes decision. What is whether to go inside or go inside not. है ना? Animals, cows have their family life. What is better, what is not. Emotions they have. They have affections.
Cat cannot think whether why I am here, why I am not. Sorry, but
Cat cannot do fasting for Ekadashi.
but
Yeah.
What is the purpose of my ironing
Yeah.
exercise?
What you're saying is this: ability for higher inquiry is the speciality in human. Why I am here? And that's the question that animals cannot answer, ask. Hmm? And that thing will not come to their mind also. We have cows in temple, है ना? They don't think that यार प्रभु जी आज एकादशी है क्या? We ask एकादशी. प्रभु जी, I get so many calls. प्रभु जी, when is एकादशी? है ना? Cows will not ask. Put the grass, they will start eating. है ना? And they will not stop also. They will not feel that कि अरे नहीं आज ज़्यादा खा लिया, I have to do dieting, I should do. Never think of that. Cows, you put, they will start eating. Whole day they will keep on eating till their stomach bloats. That's all. They don't worry at all. Just they're programmed to eat. That's all. We have the cows in home, in a temple. Oh, very lovely cows. You can come and see sometimes. You know? But yes, they are programmed for something. They're programmed. They're programmed for doing something and they do exactly what's that. Another specialty in human is the seeking of bliss. They are looking for happiness, they are looking for the pleasure. Of course, you may say animals are looking for the pleasure. No, it's not like that kind of pleasure. Of course, they are programmed to satisfy just bodily needs. And even though our bodily needs are not satisfied, we seek for pleasure. Yes, nice. We love to hear nice, beautiful music and all these things. No, higher pleasures, bliss. And yes, Mataji said choice. We have intelligence to make choices, better choices. You know? And another thing that we have is determination. Determination to do something required, something our which is beneficial for us. You know? So this is the difference between man, humans and animals. And the same thing, same answer was given to that boy who I met at Bhagwani Tech Park. I was telling why I am feeling that kind of emptiness in my life. Because I am not using my life for this purpose. I am using my life, which is I'm using my body, I'm using my human birth for something inferior. I'm using my body only for the purpose of that ahara nidra bhaya maituna, which is just animalistic propensities. You know? See, for example, if you have a Pentium, not Pentium, what is the latest computer configuration today? Computer configuration, maybe highest supercomputer you have, and using it just for some basic mathematics. You know? So that is not a real use of it. Okay, for example, you have a Ferrari. You know, that is kind of best car used for a drag racing and all these things. But if you use it for plowing the field or maybe pulling the big loads, is this that car made for? What will happen to the Ferrari? It is a high-end engine, but can it pull the biggest load like a trolley kind of thing? No, it's not made for that. It will spoil. You know? It cannot compete with tractor. You know? If we use that, there is a failure of Ferrari also. You know? So same thing is happening. Animal life is like, the programmed life, which is having a lower purpose. And the human life is a Mercedes car or Ferrari, which is having a higher purpose. And if we are using that particular thing for the lower purpose, we are foiling our purpose. We are not satisfied. One day what happened, I was going to temple by cab. It was rainy day. And the cab driver I saw, and we just discussed we are the preacher, we don't sit silent anywhere. I started talking to the driver. I asked him, "Bhai, kahan se ho?" "Idhar se hu, udhar se hu." And what do you do? I'm doing, of course, car driving and all, cab driving. And what you have studied? I said, he said, "Okay, sir, I am engineer, graduate." And I said, "You are an engineer? Why are you doing car driving and all?" He said, "Sir, what to do? Job nahi mil rahi hai and all these things. And I'm using this, doing car driving because what to do? There is no job at all. I'm not doing this." I said, "Are you happy now?" He says, "No, man. How can I be happy? I'm not happy. Even though I'm earning some 30,000-50,000 per month and all these things, how can I be happy?" You know? He's ready to do the job for the 10,000 but want to do some engineering job only. So that was the purpose of his life. He has studied engineering. He wants to do engineering job even if it pays less. But if he's doing driving, He's getting more money, he's not satisfied. So that's how the situation is. The person whom I met into IT company also, he was similar situation. He's using his life only for the propensities for eating, sleeping, mating, defending, but he's not having that higher inquiries, and that's why he's not feeling that satisfaction. That hollowness and frustration was there for him. Then question comes, how to fill this hollowness? What is that which can help us? We have to do something more than eating, sleeping, mating, and everything you do in the life. See everywhere people are engaged into all this eating, meeting, sleeping, defending. Whatever you go to the market, go to the streets, every shop you can categorize it. It is made for sleeping, it is made for eating, defending and mating. Any profession, any activity in the world, they can be categorized only these four. Rarely somebody which will be doing activities which is better than this, which is something extra than this. How to fill this hollowness? What is that everyone is searching in life? That was the first question for the class. What we are searching? We are searching for the happiness. Okay. So generally people think that how to get the happiness, what they think, how to achieve the happiness, general tendencies, क्या लगता है लोगों को? And of course you can tell what do you think. How to achieve the happiness?
More money.
By earning more money, okay. पैसा आएगा तो क्या करेंगे? What will do with the money? Just a stack of money is with you. Then?
By being satisfied.
Yeah?
Yeah, by being satisfied with whatever life has given to you.
Yeah, okay. We may say that what was going to satisfy you?
Yeah, that is what. But we have to be satisfied with.
Achha, whatever we have got, be satisfied with that.
Yeah.
Okay, but whatever we have got, we are not satisfied with that and we are not happy. So we want something. So whatever we have is not sufficient to make us happy.
Not always.
Then what will make us happy? The question is
Depends
same.
on person to person.
Yeah, the question is same thing. What will make us happy? What we have is not going to make you happy. Then what? Question is same. If you think about money, makes me happy, then what will use that money for? Buying a house, buying a comfortable place, or eating a nice food. But anyway, it is just beyond this, within this,
Temporary.
Engage
Yeah.
yourself in things.
Everywhere in the world, they are selling happiness. Everywhere in the world. If you see, open the TV and start advertisements, and everywhere they show happy faces. Smiling, happy faces. And they're thinking, Arey, you just listen to us, you'll become happy. They say, okay, you buy this house, the place for happiness. Something, I saw a billboard just few days back, place for happiness, and there's some villa photo was there. And they think that, yeah, this is going to make you happy. They say, okay, buy this car, nice car will be there in the advertisement, and this is okay, this is going to make you happy. The bike. They have all the youths, young boys today, they are enamored by having a nice bikes, bullet or something like that. So they say, okay, you get the bullet, and every advertisement of the bikes, there will be some beautiful girl there sitting. And they think that, okay, if you get the bike, you will get the bullet, you will get the girl also and become happy. But it's not the case at all. In the college days, it happens most of the time. Some boy will get a bike and other people will start dreaming about bike only. And of course, people talk about, worst of the worst case, people sell you the undergarments and tell, okay, take our undergarments and become happy. I have put the upper part of undergarments only, but actually they show something else. Take this, you will become most happiest person. So they sell anything in the name of happiness. They say, okay, you do this, but why they are doing this? Because everybody is looking for the same thing, happiness. They want to, and they are just struggling to find it everywhere. सब जगह पे ढूंढ रहे हैं, and they are not finding it. And they are not finding it there. Everybody wants to become happy. There was scientific research on that. How people feel happy. Generally, people think that their needs are satisfied, they can become happy. You know, in the management there is a called Maslow's laws of needs. You heard about it? Maslow, आपने सुना है ना? What is that Maslow's laws of needs?
Our needs are segregated in 4 or 5 categories.
Correct.
Depending upon the basic. It starts from the 4 damage habit, then association,
Hmm.
then your ego,
हाँ.
and then your self-actualization. The final
Correct.
is self-actualization.
Nice. Finally, the self-actualization. So these all needs, Maslow what he explains, they have these are divided into different levels. So we describe them into the different categories. Our categorization is basically the physical needs. Physical needs means all the needs that related to the body, that satisfy your body. You want to have a nice clothing, food, shelter, clothing, right? And what is that? Roti kapda makan bolte na. So that if that is satisfied, people are happy. People think like that कि भाई रोटी कपड़ा मकान दे दो, they are satisfied, they are happy. At least these basic things you give, है ना? So how to keep the public happy is with these things, they say. But that is not the end. When these basic needs are satisfied, their idea of happiness graduates, or maybe it goes to the higher level. What is that? That goes to psychological needs. Then we talk about, now you can see the second level. There is a bank balance and all these things are there. They put money into the bank, and they want to secure their future. Okay, today I got the food. What about tomorrow? Humans only things like that. If you talk about animals, what they'll do? And if you give the bag of grains in the street, the animal will come, birds will come, they will eat and go off. Cow will come, she will eat and go off. But human comes, yes, he wants to do it for tomorrow also. So that's what the psychological needs. He wants to secure his future also. Okay, आज तो मिल गया, कल मिलना नहीं मिला तो क्या करेंगे? रख लो, है ना? To keep it. So that's what they want to secure. They want to secure with knowledge, intelligence, all these things are there. Psychological needs. Then comes emotional needs. Psychological needs are satisfied. Then there is a emotional. There's a need for relationship. There is a need for appreciation. You will build a house and you will not simply stay there. You will do housewarming ceremony also, isn't it? And you will call all the world there, and everybody should say, "Wow, what a house you have made, man!" And you purchase a car and you will show everyone, and you not just keep in the garage. And somebody will say, "Wow, such a nice car," and somebody will say, "Arey, यही कार लिया आपने?" Your heart will be broken. I purchased this car for appreciation, man, and you are not appreciating me. So in this way, we have emotional needs. Not just simply achievement, but appreciation of our achievement. You achieve something, but you have to show it off also, right? So people should say, yes, good. But even after getting that, something is unfulfilled. Appreciation, actualization, everything is there. But still, we are not satisfied. And still, something is there which is unfulfilled. 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There is something unfulfilled. So, there is one story of this guy. Anybody knows who is he? Okay, name is already there. His name is Chester Bennington. He's a lead singer of the American band called Linkin Park. Many of us would have grown up while hearing his songs and all. But in 2017, 22nd July, unfortunately he took an extreme step in his life, ended he did suicide. What he had, one of suicide means he got some frustration, depression in life, and ended his life. What was that he was lacking? He had a big bank balance. He had huge fan following. Wherever he will go, people will be roaring and shouting and crying and screaming to see him. And he had a beautiful of the beautiful cars, followers, everything, name, fame, glories, money, everything he has. And fan follower. We are so much behind subscribers and all these things. He had so many subscribers that time itself, 2017. And still he did suicide. Why? What is that which was which was lacking him? And there are so many here. We have so many Indian celebrities, or maybe celebrities in the media. They are not satisfied. They are taking extreme steps in their life. The question comes, why? What is not that? Why they are not feeling satisfaction in their life? Apart from that, it is called as that satisfaction which is lacking, and which is the final and ultimate need that we are talking about is a spiritual need. So spiritual calling, spiritual understanding, future satisfaction. That's what. And how to achieve that? How we are getting that satisfaction? We get it by selfless services. We do. We have so many organizations. Of course, we have an ISKCON also. We do a food for life program. I call for volunteers. They come, with running. They come running food for this food for life service and volunteers. When they serve the food for needy people in the slums, we go and give the food. They feel so much satisfaction. People come forward for that, feeling that happiness. Which last time, you remember we went to the orphanage, December, and there we gave Bhagavad Gita to the students and gave the class. These boys were so happy. You felt that happiness, right? While serving them, by talking to them. So when we do something selflessly, when we do something, without any motivation and without any expectation, that gives happiness. People who called you for the program, this Rachana Mataji is here, and all the volunteers who are helping me here, I am not paying them anything. And not a single penny I am paying. But they are doing it selflessly, with so much love. With so much love for Krishna's love for the God. And they do it, without any expectation of anything. Anything. I never say good words. I will be scolding her all the time. But yes, they do it. They know that because this is something for the higher cause. So yeah. So there's a principle, selflessness, being free from the pride, and feeling compassion, etc. These are all, some basic things, basic tenets of spirituality. These are not actually the spirituality. Selflessness and all these things are, maybe we call it a spirituality, but no. I'm telling you, these are the basic tenets, basic principles. Basic means, beginning. शुरुआत की चीजें होती है ना. These all other things. They are not actually a spirituality thing. But yes, these are the beginning. And still, people are feeling so much happiness and a satisfaction into that. And we have so many people into that. We have this Bill Gates. And he has big institution. There's Mother Teresa. They are also feeling that same thing. They do things for the others all the time. So they bring the meanings into others' lives. There's one small video I'll like to show you here.
จะไม่ได้อะไรเลยไม่ได้เปิดเผยไม่ได้ออกทีวีไม่มีใครรู้จักไม่ได้มีชื่อเสียงที่มากขึ้นเพราะสิ่งที่เขาได้คือได้แค่ความรู้สึกได้เห็นความสุขได้เข้าใจได้ความรักได้ในสิ่งที่เงินซื้อไม่ได้ได้โลกที่สวยงามกว่านั้นในชีวิตคุณอะไรคือสิ่งที่คุณต้องการมากที่สุดให้ไปกับชีวิตเชื่อดีกว่า
Okay, this is okay. This is very beautiful ad actually, na, made in Japan. But whenever I see it, it gives so much satisfaction. It gives being smile in the face. Yeah. So working something selflessly, working for somebody else without any expectation. Yes. It can make our life beautiful. It can make our surrounding, our society, our community also beautiful. And what I say is it's not a kind of activity which is actually a spiritual, as I said. It is just basic things. Okay, somebody will read this this one quote. You can raise their hand. You give the mic. Read this quote by Srila Prabhupada. Somebody can read it anyway, voluntarily.
Hare Krishna. Divine words from the founder Acharya of ISKCON. Every one of us are searching after happiness, but we do not know what real happiness is. We see so much advertised about happiness, but practically speaking, we see so few happy people. This is because so few people know that the platform of real happiness is beyond temporary things. It is this real happiness that is described in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
So actually, yeah, Prabhupada is really mentioning here, see that the real happiness doesn't lie where actually we are looking for. Everywhere, every person is advertising about their happiness, but we are not getting happiness from those things. Why? Prabhupada says these are the temporary things. Temporary things cannot give eternal happiness. Happiness we are talking about is eternal. Okay, and it should have, the real happiness should last long. It should not be intermediate or temporary thing. It should last long and forever and ever. We'll take a small mind experiment or maybe a thought experiment. Okay? So now you have to listen and think. This is a thought experiment, right? Okay. Think about few days back or maybe in the last few days or few months or whatever, the best feast or best dinner that you had, the delicious. And imagine, you remember in a few months back or whatever, the best dinner that you had. Okay. So what experience you had that time? Now, what is your feeling now? Are you feeling the same happiness now? Satisfaction that you were eating that delicious rasgulla, gulab jam, or whatever it was, biryani. You are feeling that same happiness now? Or the desire to that biryani is increased? Okay, let us go today. So the happiness is not, it is not, that feeling that I had is not there right now. Okay, take another experience. Look for another experience. Remember that moment in your life till now when you would have helped somebody who was in a desperate need. Accepting some trouble to you, you would have helped that person. And the only note of 500 rupees you would have given to somebody who wants to pay his fees. You don't know how will you go to the office today and all, you just gave it. Of course. And or maybe while you are going to the school and the beggar was asking for the food, you gave him your old tiffin box. You didn't worried about what you will eat today afternoon in the lunch. Or maybe going to office. Imagine. And that moment, of course, I'll just give these are just examples. But now imagine, now recall those things. And now while recalling that moment, what feeling that you have got in your heart? Are you feeling the same satisfaction that you felt that time now? Are you feeling that same contentness? Yes, I did better job. And now I'm feeling also, now also if I remember, I'm feeling good, happy, satisfied. And this is the higher satisfaction, higher happiness actually we talk about. And of course, giving somebody selflessly, helping someone, they are just basic humanitarian emotions, but still they give us the long lasting happiness. So that's what Prabhupada mentions here. He mentions happiness doesn't come from the temporary things. Running behind the house, running behind the money, running behind the bikes, running behind all this comfort that we are getting in the life. They are temporary things. They can't give us happiness. Real happiness we're talking about is described here in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita speaks about where the real happiness stands and where is that permanent thing which is everlasting and which can give us real happiness in our life. And that's what we talk about in further sessions. This Gita course will help you to find all these solutions, fulfilling the spiritual needs to the divine teachings of Bhagavad Gita. So we have to understand what are the spiritual needs. So what these spiritual needs, when we fulfill, they give. They give positiveness, they give enthusiasm, they give forbearing, of course, which is the most important quality that we need if we are in the leadership position in our life and in our companies. Forbearance, the divinity. So these all things which will be bestowed upon you by this scientific and spiritual processes. And it's not kind of any sentimental thing. It's all tried and tested and verified results which we are getting. It's an experiment. Aim is, what is the aim? To understand the Bhagavad Gita, how it works in the modern age. Apparatus is Bhagavad Gita definitely, and procedure is study and implement Bhagavad Gita in our life. In observation, yes, I can see, I cannot see all the transformation in my life. How Bhagavad Gita study can transform my life. You can practically see through this course. And the conclusion comes, yes, whether Bhagavad Gita works or not. So this is what the experiment we will be doing in this 9-session course. And by yourself, by your own experience, you will be understanding, yes, what is that spirituality is. Okay? So yeah. So we have to have that kind of spiritual seekings. Okay? So we are concluding our session here, and of course the second part of it we are going to come now is the power of mantra meditation. What is the spirituality thing? What I have to do now? That spiritual activity. What is the spiritual activity that I am going to do which will bring that happiness in my life? We'll talk about it, but before go ahead, I'd like to take questions. If you have any questions till now, you can ask. In today's discussion, whatever you have. You have to tell your name first and then ask the question. Deepak Behra. Yes, please.
I attended a session earlier, 3 sessions, that's why I thought.
Okay, yeah.
So, next to this, there would be something called desire, you get there, how would you overcome the desire?
Uh-huh.
So, I would like to request, if we can prepare some slides there is desire for wealth.
Hmm.
In that direction, if you can give some light, that would be helpful.
Yeah, definitely. Desire for wealth, you know, money. People running for behind money and all these things. Yeah, definitely. We'll have some presentation for that also. But yes, we have understood right now money and whatever it is, they are all the temporary things. And temporary things will give a temporary happiness. Even you talk about whatever money can buy, they are all temporary. Money can buy a house, money can buy anything which we can think of, but they will not last long. Even the friendship bought by money will last till only you have money. As when the money goes off, the friendship also is lost, relationship is lost. So yeah, this is not to be anchored for. But actually now, how to counter that desire for wealth and desire for the temporary things is usually countered by having the desire for something which is higher than that. Rasavarjam rasopyasya. Lust for the sugar can be conquered by lust for rasgulla. If we eat rasgulla, we will forget to eat sugar. So we have get higher taste. So desire for the wealth can be countered by having some higher rasa. Okay? So only thing is that we have to expose ourselves to the higher experiences. The higher experiences, more that wealth will go off. And many times I give the example of Vrindavan sadhus. Have you been to Vrindavan? And where Jagannath Puri you have gone? Odisha. Puri mein gayo na? And when you in the Puri you will see so many beggars and so many sadhus. And there will be Babajis. And they will have money? No, they will not have money anything, but they are still happy. And they are satisfied. And money is not giving happiness, but these people are still happy. They are so even though they don't know what they are going to eat next time, but they are in the must life. Only the fool can be must, and the person who is spiritually elevated person can have that experience. So yes, we have to get that spiritual experience now. Yep. Okay? We'll talk about it again in the further sessions in length. Desire, how to control the desires. Okay.
I will give you Mayank.
Name?
Mayank.
Mayank. Okay.
So, as you said that happiness actually doesn't last long. At a time. For example, if we are
Happiness generated from the temporary thing will not last long.
But what is beyond happiness?
Uh-huh.
What I understand, happiness is also an illusion.
Illusion, okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is beyond happiness?
Okay. So one thing is that when people think of happiness is an illusion, that means you would have got definitely a bitter experiences in your life. Yeah.
Actually, I have been fan of Gita since childhood.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Studying that.
Yeah.
That's why.
So in spirituality also we talk about the spiritual bliss and that kind of happinesses. We don't talk about the happiness that which we are talking as a happiness. Our definition of happiness is different now. Okay, what we are thinking about happiness, what we are thinking about joy and all these things, were different. And now we are talking about a happiness which is everlasting. People think about happiness is like in a sandwich, sukh or dukh, and happiness and distress has to come together, and then only you can feel the happiness. Happiness, you can say, the relative term. This is what people say today, right? Happiness is relative. Until unless you feel that sorrow, you cannot enjoy that happiness. That you cannot feel that importance of that happiness things. These are our relative terms because we are talking about happiness based on our current experiences. Until unless you don't experience the darkness, you cannot have the appreciation for the light. All these things talk about. But the spiritual happiness is beyond these conceptions. Even though you don't have that happiness, distress and all these things, this spiritual happiness will keeps on growing. And that we are talking about. That's what Bhagavad talks about. Anandam buddhi vardhanam keeps on increasing. And without any adulteration. This is the duality. Of course, I should not talk it right now, just the further topics. But yeah, duality is the nature of this world. But the absolute happiness is the identity of the spiritual world. So absolute means without any tinge of distress. there you will not have experience of okay distress hai, or maybe happiness. That happiness is the real happiness which will never last. ठीक है?
We are not talking about normal happiness.
Yeah, that we have experienced till now. We are talking about absolute happiness without any adulteration at all. ठीक है. But good question. It's a really thoughtful thing. Yeah. ठीक है. So we'll try to give that glimpse of that happiness and that spiritual bliss with the mantra meditation. We call it a mind. People talk about meditation is the mindfulness or the focus meditation, the progressive realization, visualization meditation. So different ways of meditation they are there. But mindfulness, people pay attention to one particular object regularly. Focus meditation, they have some lamp and all these things. But we are talking about, but those effect of those meditations are temporary, not long lasting much. My father had done it. He went to one particular program into Nashik. I'm from Maharashtra, so he went there, and he felt so nice. Arey beta, such a kind of peace I will get there after going there, and came back. He came back and I said, Papa, are you continuing that practice and all these things? He continued for some time and again lost. Again come back to original. So happiness and that, not happiness, the meditation and the effect of those meditative practices will not last long. Why? And what is the better meditative system, meditative procedure I am talking about is a mantra meditation. This meditation system, it has the potency and effect of mantra added to your efforts. In meditation, what we do? We try to focus and control our mind, isn't it? In mantra meditation, the power of mantra boosts your efforts to control it more effectively. Mantra means manastrayate iti mantra, mantra. So that's how mantra is effective to control the mind. Okay? So mantra meditation goes deeper. We are pronouncing the mantra, we hear it in our ears, and it goes to the heart. So mantra meditation is scientific. Science says among all our senses, the mind is more attached to the ears. I say this, I do this clap. Your all attention goes there, right? So whenever we hear, our attention goes. So we are putting our mind into that sense of hearing. Somebody is sleeping, we have to wake him up. How will we wake up? By shouting. We call, people may close their eyes, but ears they cannot close. So it is more scientific to by the analysis of the body to understand that yes, mind is controlled by the mantra. Which mantra to chant and question mark? There are so many mantras. Vedas are full of mantras. Which mantra called? So the mantra which goes beyond the desha, kala and patra. Mantras, they have different qualifications to be spoken. The mantra Om cannot be spoken, cannot be pronounced by anybody else. There is a qualification for that. Only those people only can chant Om. Anybody chants Om will not have any effect. Is it? So like that, the mantra which goes beyond these limitations, we have to take that mantra, which can be chanted by any person, which can be chanted at any time, and can be chanted anywhere in the world. So that mantra we are chanting, and of course we are calling that mantra. I will just disclose that mantra simply. Everybody knows Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We'll be chanting this mantra now. You can distribute beads. Okay? We'll teach you how to chant. Give one bead to me also. And these are the testimonials of this mantra meditation process. This is Alfred Ford. He is the owner of Ford Motors. He is the one who is chanting this mantra in his whole life. Since 50 years he is chanting this mantra. And what he says, chanting Hare Krishna has made a tremendous impact in his life. He says. There's another industrialist, Mafatlal Groups, Rishikesh Mafatlal. he is the one who is using this meditative process. And what he says, chanting Hare Krishna has helped me face all ups and downs in my life with a great confidence and peace of mind. You know, seen this face into a fashion magazine. You know, she has transformed her life by chanting this mantra, giving up the bad habits and change vision of things. There's another person, Andy Desai. He's also industrialist. His job is to build the companies and sell it off. That's what he does, and he earned money a lot with these things. He says, I have been chanting Hare Krishna for many years and never found anything more pleasurable. And how busy his life will be. Building companies and selling, building companies and selling. Okay, so many companies he has built. I see the names there. Okay. And there are so many, like, Jane Lehner, jewelry designer, she's chanting, David Wolf, and there is a scientist, there are scientists, the industrialist, Ramesh Lal. Okay. So there are the testimonies from them, and yes, what Shastra speaks about. Srimad Bhagavatam says, Kriteya Dhyato Vishnu. And Kriteya matlab Satyuga. Satyuga, there was a process called Dhyana. Tretayam, in Treta Yuga there was a process called Yajnas, and Dwapara there was a process of Paricharya, Puja Archana. And Kali Yuga, what is the process? Process is Kalautat Hari Kirtanad. Hari Kirtan is the only process given for Kali Yuga. Which Yuga we are now? Unanimously, we have to do then Hari Kirtan. Okay? Yes. And what is that Hari Kirtan? And what mantra we have to chant? It is a reference from Kali Santaran Upanishad. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Shodashakam Namnam. This 16 syllable mantra. Kali Kalmasha Nashanam. Eliminate the Kali Kalmasha, the problems of Kali Yuga. Natah Parattaropaya. Better solution than this. Sarva Vedeshu Vidyate. Doesn't exist even in all Vedas. Better than this, nothing is there. So this is from Kali Santaran Upanishads. They are talking about it. Okay? So let us focus on this mantra now and chant with full attention. Okay? So we have to do nothing into this process. What we have to do? We just have to chant this mantra and focus on the words that we are pronouncing. Okay? To help us all, there is some meditative music here. Okay? So before we start, we will pronounce this mantra. Just repeat behind me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasadi Gaur Bhakti Vrinda. Now, with full peace and full meditation, just focus on your own voice and chant clearly, distinctly, of course without troubling others, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We will chant in chorus. While chanting, of course, one thing you have to take care that don't touch this finger, first finger, and don't touch the bead on the ground. Okay? Keep on your lap or hold in two hands. Okay? And every mani, every bead, every moti, you have to chant this mantra with all prayers. Consider that every bead is a lotus feet of Krishna. Touch the lotus feet of Krishna and pray to him. What prayers? Only Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay? We'll chant in chorus. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna. You can return the beats. Of course, if you want to continue, I will highly recommend that you continue this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra at least till end of this course. So we can do that. You can take the malas from the counter, purchase from there, and continue chanting every day at least one round.